This is a Patreon unlocked edition of Reality Alert Love is Blind Sweden Season 2. To listen to the rest of our coverage after this one in the following weeks, head to patreon.com/reality alert, starting at only $5 a month. That's patreon.com/reality alert. Okay, enjoy the show. It's the place you go when you finish your show. We're your two best friends. Our names are Max and Ben. We're self-proclaimed television experts. It's Reality Alert.
Max, I feel like I'm living in a rom-com every time we podcast together. It's a dream.
The rom-com where the guy tells the same story to all the women about his problems. And
that's the best kind of rom-com, baby.
The best kind of rom-com, deceiving the women.
And then she's like, what?
And then she's so desperate to continue on television, she'll just say yes. That she'll ignore how shitty his poetry is. It is so
it's a
funny.
True Zach and Bliss story.
It is. It's so romantic.
Aww. One day we'll be seeing their baby moon post.
I cannot wait.
It's going to be so cute.
It's so cute. Oh my God. I have my rocks here at my desk. I have both of my rocks with me. I'm surrounded by rocks and cigarettes. Everything is ready. I'm in my IKEA chair. Shout out to Sweden. And here we go.
So excited.
My desk is from IKEA, by the way.
I really rocks, like
IKEA. Yeah, of course. My crystals.
Oh, okay.
What kind of rocks?
I just grabbed a bunch of rocks from a rock.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I thought that was good. They felt like good aura for me.
Yeah. Oh, your aura rating is up. You're like plus 1,000 aura.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah, dude, I got like a new charge attack and everything.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's
how it works, right?
Are you making Pokemon references again?
Yeah.
You're trying to do this every episode now?
I guess so.
Should you start a Pokemon side podcast?
Why not? It'd probably make more money than we think.
Yeah, dude, I think we could be billionaires. Like we're
very popular. Have you seen like there's Pokemon cards these days? They go like this.
Oh, a lot, dude.
Yeah. It's wild.
I try to get some at Costco every morning so I can flip them.
Yeah. You're one of those guys, huh?
Oh, I'm one of those guys, dude. I'm
waiting at 4 a.m.
I'm flipping TCG.
Oh, TCG, huh?
Yeah, the card game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you knew about Pokemon.
I do.
All right. Before we lose all of our listeners who are hoping to hear about Sweden and Love is Blind and romance, let's talk about Love is Blind Sweden. We go to the men's and women's scores. Our host Jessica is back. Thank God. Need her in our life.
Was it just her last time too?
I don't remember.
Did she have a husband or a partner last time? Because this would be the first time
it was just her. I think it was. I know she's back. I think it was just her.
Okay.
But don't quote me.
All right.
Don't quote me.
If any of our Swede fans know, let us know.
Carolina says this like she's joking, but she says in this first meeting with Jessica, this is her last chance before she gives up. So I don't think she was going to leave here without a man.
It really actually does track when you think about her arc over these first 2 episodes.
Yeah.
It tracks very well.
She's going down with the ship no matter what. Yeah. She
probably has like 12 dogs at home and she's lying to Jacob. How do you pronounce his name?
I think it's Jacob.
Jacob.
It's Jacob or Jacob? I think it's Jacob.
Jacob, yes.
I'm sure we're
lying to him. She's got like 12 dogs and 15 cats.
Think Jacob, Wacob, and Dot. Think that. That'll help.
Okay.
Yes. Millie32 says she is the only person in her family who is alone and hopes to have what they have. So she's unique because family is important to her. And I don't think we're going to find this in anyone else on any reality show ever.
No, I'm pretty sure every person she meets is going to be estranged.
Right? Yeah. They're like, people in your family are together? That's weird.
That's weird.
Yeah.
What are you like, in love with them or something?
They're going to be like, that's not weird because that comes up all the time.
Yeah. Too much, especially last season for Minnesota.
Yeah. It's getting very White Lotus in here. Ola 42 says he has recently fallen in love with himself, so he is proud.
Yes, he just recently had his first ayahuasca ceremony. Very cool for him. And he's on a journey now, and everybody's got to hear about it.
Do we really think it's only recently that he's fallen in love with himself?
If he went to Peru, yeah. if he did his ceremony.
Do we really think that only recently he did his first ayahuasca ceremony, Ben, at age 42?
Maybe. Who knows?
This guy does not seem...
That stuff works fast.
This guy does not seem like he's done one ceremony.
I don't know.
He does not seem like he's...
He talks a lot like some of the people I know who
only did it once?
No. Who've done it many times.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He fell in love with himself at least 5 years ago.
Yeah. Several times since then.
Yes. We get this montage coming up, and something happens.
Oh, shit. I destroyed the sofa.
That's exciting.
I heard a crack.
I wonder where the furniture was made that would...
Oh, yeah.
I don't think it was Target.
I don't think it was Target.
I think it might have been I think it might have been IKEA. Wow. No.
Maybe the PA's fucked up though in building it.
Oh my god, you're blaming it on the PAs? Oh my god, Ben.
Could be art department PA screwing up. I don't know.
Wow. A guy asks a woman which of the 7 dwarves she will marry. Is this Spawn for the upcoming movie?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
They paid Netflix to Spawn. And she says Dopey. Is that should we go over what the 7 dwarves?
Dopey's the drug user, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So like the Jakob of the group.
Yes. Smoked a lot of weed.
Got him. So we have Doc, who's like the old guy of the group.
A doctor's good. I mean,
yeah, I don't know if he's a doctor. Is he a doctor, Doc? I think he's just old, so he's Doc.
So he's Doc. So because someone wears glasses and they're old, they're Doc.
Yes.
All right.
Sneezy. Do you want someone sneeze?
I don't want mucus everywhere in my relationship.
Grumpy.
Now Sneezy might be who's the guy that has all the nut allergies? That might be Sneezy.
Jakob.
Or Jakob could also be Sneezy.
No, yeah, it's the woman who has the stone fruit allergies.
Yeah, she could be Sneezy.
Yeah, she could be Sneezy. So you want to be with Sneezy. Grumpy? Who wants to be with Grumpy? I mean, that's like being with...
Unless it's like a hot Grumpy.
Like me. I would think I'm pretty grumpy.
Like if you're cynical, but also like, you don't give a shit. And that's kind of cool.
So you're describing me. That's very... Wow. Me. Got that hot, grumpy thing going on. I get that a lot.
You're starting to sound like you had a ceremony recently.
Really yourself, well, I've fallen in love with myself recently, so...
Yeah, every day it seems.
Happy, gross. We don't want to. Yeah, no, like that's
a little much.
That's so lame. Somebody who's happy.
A Disney princess much.
Oh, you're happy, boo.
What are you, Snow White?
Bashful. That's cute. I would marry Bashful. That's cute. Oh,
I like him shy. I like
shy. Bashful. That's cute.
I like him shy.
Aww. Sleepy. I have no problem with that. Some people don't like.
Yeah,
sleeping.
I mean, well, how long are we sleeping? 20 hours a day?
I love sleeping. I have no problem with that.
Sleeping is great, but at some point, I'd like to have an interaction. I'd like to say hello.
Yeah. Dope and then Dopey. Dopey's a dope fiend. How can you? You know what she's thinking?
They're really cool though.
Yeah, yeah. Dope fiends are cool, but you know what she's thinking?
Like, what if it's like Afro Man?
That's true. But
then Dopey's sick.
Oh, you're thinking dope like weed.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm thinking dope like heroin.
Oh.
Like a dope fiend.
Oh.
I'm thinking horse.
Even then, dude,
very sick.
Ewan McGregor
Dream. Those guys, when I watch
Ewan McGregor and Trainspotting.
Yeah, I watched those movies and I was like, I want to see a baby on the ceiling. That looks cool.
Yes,
I want to do that shit. I want to shoot up.
Nothing's hotter than shooting up.
Yeah. But do you know what I think she was thinking? She was thinking, I can fix him when she saw Dopey. You know, she's like, oh, this guy's broken. I can fix him.
That is a trend of Love is Blind women.
Yeah. Just on Love is Blind. Women outside.
They love a project. They love a project like an IKEA dresser. They can't fix it right up and build it.
I think that's what it was. So I would pick Bashful. Who would you pick?
I like Bashful too.
Yeah, Bashful's
so
hot.
Cute.
Yeah, Bashful could do whatever he wants to me, but he wouldn't because he's bashful.
I bet he would though.
I bet he. Yeah. You just have to get him in private.
The confines of the bedroom, he's completely unbashful.
Yeah, he's bashful on the streets, but a freak in the bed. I think that's what would be going on here.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby.
He can dig for gold anytime. Yeah. Give me that pickaxe.
All right, let's get to Carolina. And he's rich. All right, let's get to Carolina.
Yeah, he's rich, dude.
Let's get to Carolina and Jakob. She was a store manager. Now she's studying digital marketing and runs her own dance company. Okay, so she's broke. So of course she'll take any guy. Of course she'll go with any guy. She's broke. She's on this show to find a husband. He says that he has a beautiful family, wonderful colleagues, and a very good job. He doesn't say the job, though, but I looked it up. He's a chief marketing director.
Must be nice to be European, huh?
Yeah.
All these fucking people have perfect jobs, don't they?
Yeah, the government gave it to them, too. It's just like, here's a job and all that stuff.
Must be nice.
Yeah, dude. They don't have poverty. They don't have societal issues. Everything is perfect there.
I mean, it's better than ours.
Yeah, I know. They have no issues, Ben.
Better than ours. They have IKEA.
We don't have that.
We don't.
Do they have Costco? No, they do have Costco.
Sweden listeners, let us know. Do you get $1.50 hot dogs and drink?
Yeah, and a drink. I remember the first time I went to Costco and got a hot dog. I got 2 hot dogs because I didn't know how big they were because they were only $1.50. So I was like, of course I need 2. And then they gave me like 2 hot dogs and 2 drinks. I was like, what's happening? And they were like, I was like, what the fuck?
Save the next one for second lunch.
Yeah, but I just had no idea what the fuck because I only became Costco member recently. I was like,
it sounds like a great problem to have.
No, I'm not upset. I was just confused.
Why are you complaining?
I'm not. I do not complain about a good deal. I do not. I was just amazed by the deal. But I was like, I was amazed. I hate Costco though. I hate being there. I hate being there. It's terrible.
I don't like the lines.
I don't like the lines. I don't like how nobody knows how to fucking walk around a store with their fucking carts. It makes me want to scream.
The same layout as IKEA, where it's a nice flow. It's a nice flow.
Yeah. Why do people? Yeah, is it really just like the arrows that somehow people know how to walk around IKEA but can't walk around Costco?
And then they have a food court in the middle, dude.
Yeah,
in the middle, you follow the arrows, and then you're like chicken fingers.
Stop. Yeah,
it's great.
I've never seen somebody with a cat that harasses me at IKEA though, and that produced a good story on that one pod. Remember I told you the story about the guy?
How did a cat get in there?
Remember I told you the guy with the cat on his shoulder?
I don't listen to you most of the time. I'm sorry.
You remember the guy with the cat? He came up to me with the cat on his shoulder.
Oh yeah. This one was recent. Yeah.
That
was at IKEA?
No, it was at Costco. I said it doesn't happen at IKEA. But it produced a good story. Anyway, let's get to Jakob and some other people. He is a big deal breaker.
Do you like furry animals? I'm really allergic to furry animals.
No.
When he said furry animals, I was like, please be a furry. Please be a furry. Please be a furry. Please. When are we going to get our first furry on Love is Blind?
Didn't they already try that show on Netflix? What was it called again?
Oh, the one that Carousel was on. Sexy Beast.
Yeah, Sexy Beast.
I kind of like that show. I liked how it was just like a 30-minute, like almost MTV style show.
Yeah,
like we never get like I miss like 30-minute dating shows like Blind Date or Room Raiders and stuff. Like, can we get those back? I kind of missed those. I was like, oh, it's kind of fun. It just ends. We don't need like a whole fucking 12 episode thing.
No.
It wasn't great, but some of the episodes were fun. I don't know. It was watchable.
Netflix, bring it back.
But come on, what if we had a man or a woman sitting on the other side of the pod
that was
wearing
a furry costume
the whole time, and they don't say anything?
But they'd have to go by their furry name, and that would be like one clue.
Yes.
One of many clues.
But
yeah.
They don't mention that they're a furry the whole time until the reveal.
They're like, I like to travel a lot. I go to conventions a lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like
I do a lot of cosplay.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they're like, why didn't you mention to me that you're a furry? They're like, because this is Love is Blind. I want you to love me for what's on the inside. Come on. The reveal would be amazing. We got to get a furry on here.
Only once you love me on the inside can you rub my ears and pet my belly.
Yes. So he says he will die if he's near a furry animal. Do we believe this?
There are different stages of.
Have you ever met anyone who's
allergies.
deathly allergic to animals?
For me, when I'm around furry animals, such as I've talked about bunny rabbits before, when I go and I give them a big hug and I kiss them all over, my whole face kind of explodes.
Yeah, but do you die?
But then I have to take a bunch of Benadryl and stuff, and it goes down after an hour. It's not like I'm dying. It's not like I need an EpiPen.
Yeah. Apparently, in very rare cases, you can have anaphylaxis from cats.
Really?
But rare. It says rare cases. Like any allergy can be fatal. But I don't trust this man.
A lot of times with furry animals, it's like the pollen and stuff that their fur catches, isn't it? And that's what you're allergic to, not necessarily the fur itself.
I don't know, because I'm not a little bitch who's like allergic to things. I'm not allergic to anything. I'm not a complainer.
Are you really not allergic to anything?
No, I'm not a little bitch.
That's crazy. You have 0 allergies?
No.
That's nuts.
I know, in today's day and age.
That's crazy.
No.
I'm allergic to cats and walnuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't know. I mean, I'm guessing it's theoretically possible. I just don't trust him.
I think he's hyperbolizing it a little bit.
Yeah. Like everyone with allergies does. Oh, a bee stung me. Get my EpiPen. And I'm like waving it around like, you don't need this shit.
You don't need this fucking shit.
I'm going to use it on myself. Dude, that's fun.
Wow.
Get all the adrenaline, dude. So fun.
Cool guy.
Yeah, I'm a really cool guy. Jakob and Emily, 33, accounting assistant. She says she's a very positive person and they really connect. The good news is animals aren't a deal breaker for her. She doesn't need a dog. What kind of monster doesn't animals aren't? She doesn't like animals?
It's crazy.
Wow.
Well, so I tell you what, she's dating one in the ponds.
That's true.
A dirty dog.
Let's talk about Ola.
I love relationships.
I love them. I like connecting with myself and then talking to people.
Yeah. That voice matched with the crazy eyes.
I know, it's so funny. Yeah. He says there's so much beauty inside of him that he likes so much. This guy's so creepy.
I know.
What good casting.
I'm telling you, I know people like this in real life. It's scary.
I think things are a little slow right now, but I think if we can just get some of the more if Ola can survive the pods, we get Jakob.
I don't think he's going to though.
Oh please!
I don't think it's going to happen for poor Ola. I want him so bad to move on.
Please,
I really do.
Millie, just see the beauty inside him that he sees.
The sleeping situation alone, I'm going to be curious about.
I know.
You know? Oh, those weird noises he makes all the time.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I literally know someone in my life that does that
Yeah,
on the
so
rig,
annoying.
and it's so disturbing. It'll be anywhere, anytime. Like they could be like having a cocktail, and they'll sip it and they'll go, and I'm
just
like,
loving
you gotta
themselves.
stop. You have to stop.
They're in love with themselves. It's okay. He says he's on a 6-month sabbatical, turning into a year, about when you step outside the norm. He's removing coffee, alcohol, and now he's stopped working. So he was fired from his job, right? And he can't
Yeah,
find a new
absolutely.
one. That's the vibe, right?
He stopped drinking coffee and alcohol, and that's when he started going insane.
Yeah.
So they fired him.
Millie and Oscar talk. So she says she's a twin, and his response is he hasn't had good experiences with Gemini, and she has to clarify that she's actually a twin and a Gemini.
Yeah, how convenient, right?
But he was joking.
I don't know.
I don't know. I wonder if it's
Oscar's kind of a weirdo, man. I don't know with that guy.
I wonder if it's clear, like in the not in English, you know, like if it's clear.
I don't know. I think that guy, he spans across all languages as a weirdo.
Yeah, but
He's totally weird. He even admits it. He's like, I'm so bad with first impressions. I'm a weird guy.
Yep, he's really bad. I like Millie though.
I'm a horse girl.
You like what? Well, that works out because
I love horses. One of the things we have in common is that we like horses. I love horses. I love horses.
I love horses.
Yeehaw.
Yeah.
add it to the list.
Man, it
Getting
builds
added
and
to the
builds and
list. It
builds.
just builds and builds. We're horse boys.
I don't think that Jakob is a horse boy though. Furry animal.
I'm a horse girl.
Are horses? Well, not all horses are furry, right? They just like do they,
They have
count
fur on them.
Yeah, right.
Ain't that enough?
He's
Ain't that enough to make him?
I bet he
lose
just
his
doesn't.
shit?
He doesn't like beautiful, wonderful things. You know, that's his problem.
Probably.
Yeah, it's very upsetting. But you know, she's obviously very cool, Millie. So her and Jakob would never work out.
No way.
Yeah, so he calls her a geek and then mocks her accent. They didn't really work out. Oscar, he likes dad jokes. Let's hear one of his dad jokes.
Which letter of the alphabet would you say is the kinkiest? Oh.
I was gonna say F
Oh yeah, yeah.
or X. I don't know.
X, A,
A V
V, P,
P.
S. They're all kinky.
They're all kinky.
I think letters are very
Yeah.
kinky. Yeah. Oscar and Alicia, we don't see any jokes, dad jokes here. But they seem to connect. Then Alicia talks to Tim, and he says he can be a lot. He's alive, he's fun, he's a lot of energy. It's good that he's alive. You know?
He's alive, but he brings upon death because he's a hunter.
Yeah. Can we get a dead person in the pods too? We haven't a furry and a dead person. Let's see what happens.
I think you're describing half the cast of Love Is
Oh, we got
Boring.
Did you say North Dakota?
No, I said Minnesota.
I thought you said North Dakota. I was like, oh.
I can't wait till they do Love Is Blind North Dakota.
I know. But then they'll really
is it the entire population that they bring in.
I was like, then they'll all really know each other.
Yeah.
Dad? Dad, get out of here!
What are you doing here, Dad?
I'm so lonely after your mother left me.
She's in one of the other pods.
Yeah, it's like Mom's here with me. It's okay. Tim has such a good time on this date. He leaves with goosebumps. He's shaking.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Is he okay?
I know. Victor and Natalie, he tells his game plan is to listen. Well, if that's his game plan, why does he talk so fucking much?
I know he talks a lot.
Yeah.
Just shut the fuck up.
She does wheel throwing, ceramics, and just started a candle making business. So she's also unemployed.
Must be nice to be European, you know?
I think
fucking nice.
Candle making sounds very American to me too. I think having an Etsy shop is very universal. Do you think she has like a storefront?
I don't know. Maybe.
Think about the office dinner party. Jan has a candle making business. This is very universal.
It's true. You think they do it on Office Sweden? Maybe.
Probably. Have you ever gone wheel throwing?
No, but I assume it's pottery, right?
Oh, but she says she does wheel. Oh, it is. I was disappointed because she said.
Were you picturing people throwing tires?
I think small tires. Yeah, I thought it was some Swedish.
What do you think? Do you think they're Scottish or something?
Well, she said she does wheel throwing, ceramics, and started making candle making business. Why did you think wheel throwing is pottery making?
Because you throw the clay at the wheel and then.
I think she throws.
I think it's like a translation thing from. I don't know.
Well, they should fix that because now I'm very disappointed. I thought she was going to be throwing wheels.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they're.
No, you're right. I'm looking. I put in wheel throwing, and everything that's coming up is pottery. I have not seen one
I'm
wheel.
I'm not pretending to be the wheel throwing expert here.
Well, compared to me, you are. You're correct, and I am wrong. He likes to be outdoors and swing dance. Is swing dancing back?
Yeah, haven't we heard this a couple of times recently now?
Yeah, and I think just on the past season, swing dancing is back.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Or is Sweden the Minnesota of Europe?
I would buy it.
Stuck in the 80s.
They're pretty far north. Yeah.
Yes. Victor, tell me if this reminds you of anyone. He is close with his family, particularly his sister.
Yeah.
Watch out.
A lot of Love is Blind Minnesota comparisons.
Red flag here. Your sister could be a bully. Natalie says she prefers to listen to other people. How is this going to work out if he's a listener? Who's going to talk?
Yeah. Maybe they'll just listen to... Maybe they'll just both take some seashells and listen to those. I don't know. Yeah,
or some wheel throwing podcasts about what tire to pick and how far to throw it towards the pickup truck or whatever.
It's got to be a thing somewhere, right?
Definitely. And those like strongman competitions.
Turn on ESPN 8.
Well, that's what I thought. I was like, oh, it's some cool Swedish thing. Karen, I think. Karen and Nicholas, they both live in Stockholm. Communication is important.
She's from Norrland,
but she's
and then
from.
I thought, well, that's called Norway,
dumbass.
You fucking idiot! I don't even know where you're from.
Idiot. She's from there, but they both live in Stockholm, I believe.
Okay. Oh, do they?
I believe.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I think
we later find out they're originally from the same neighborhood.
Is this them?
Yeah. Karen and Nicholas.
I'm wrong about them. Then I'm wrong. Who knows? I don't know. I wrote I think in these notes, so get me wrong. Anyway, they both give each other big plus signs. We keep hearing about plus signs. So something about the production was like give each other plus
it's stars out here.
Yeah, it's plus signs. Well, they don't have like the whole. Well, oh, do you know why? We have stars on our flag, and they have a plus sign looking thing on their flag.
Oh my God, you're right.
I'm a fucking genius. I redeemed myself from the wheel throwing thing. I am smart. Yes,
that is cool.
Wow. Nicholas, he likes to play golf and sell golf clubs.
Yeah, you could call him Jack Nicholas. Am I right?
That was good. But now he quit his job and started acting, and nobody is thrown off by this.
No, it's Sweden. Chase your dreams. It's fine. It's Europe.
Yeah, they're like, well, the government supplements you if you're an actor. It's fine. No, but nobody is like, oh, he's an actor on a reality show.
But I think you missed the part where he goes to driving ranges and steals golf clubs and then resells them for a lot of money, Max. I think you missed that part.
And that's not a red flag either.
He's making money. The man has a business. Legitimate? Who's to say?
He's an actor on a reality show. And everyone's like, that's hot.
And he's got a side hustle where he steals golf clubs from driving ranges. What's the big deal?
They're like, that's better than me.
He sells driving range balls in the bulk, okay?
Everyone's like, I'm an actor too, so that's cool.
I'm on TV right now.
See, that's dumb. I know so many actors that are dating or married to other actors, and I'm like, that is the wrong move. You got to be with somebody who's not. And they're like, they can help me with my self-tape. I'm like, anybody can help you with your self-tape. You press record and you read.
Is that
what are you talking? That's what they say.
That's hilarious.
I'm really like, but how are you guys ever going to get health insurance?
That's hilarious.
That's what they can help each other with their self-tapes. You're an idiot. That's not, you need to fall in love with somebody else. Get a divorce.
That's like the thing where models like to date photographers, right? Or influencers like to date photographers.
Yeah. Yeah. Actors like to date other actors for their self-tapes. No, I mean, other reasons, but they need to wake up. Men's quarters. Ola shows off his crystals that he keeps around to let him. He says he keeps them around to let him know what's real.
It ain't working. It ain't working.
Yeah, at least he's so is he fuck, what's that movie? The stupid one. Inception. Are these his are these his totems? Does he need two? Yeah, it's a spinning top. It's or what's it? He's called his totem.
Yeah. Yeah, something like that.
So that he knows that he's not in a dream.
Yeah.
Oh, I know this is real now. I like this line from this guy, Alexander.
You wake up with rocks around your bed. I wake up with cigarettes around my bed.
I'm also like, do you just like chain smoke cigarettes and put them out around your bed?
Your bed? Yeah. You're gonna die one day in a fire.
I think we know who's not making out of the pods if he's talking to women that. What do you like to do? I like to smoke cigarettes in bed. Yep.
Dogs are a deal breaker, but I'm gonna chimney smoke right next to you every night.
I like when the producer asks Ola to show the rock to the camera and he says, you want to expose this rock? It doesn't want to. It closed itself down for now.
It's all about realness. So we'll see.
Yeah.
This is reality TV, so maybe.
Ola and Millie.
What can I do for you?
Yikes.
Oh God.
Scary.
He doesn't like candy. But it's not a deal breaker if she does, he says. He has no bans, but he doesn't do sugar. So he has no bans, but there is a ban on sugar, but maybe not for other people.
Right.
But
she's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Yeah, and she combines Coca-Cola with red wine while watching The Housewives. I think I've heard of this before, Coca-Cola.
Is that a thing?
Let's see. Coke and red wine.
Craziest thing I ever hear is like people love the Coca-Cola ices at like movie theaters.
You mean like Coke Slurpees?
Coke Slurpees. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean people like Coke and that alcohol in like South America or Central America.
Closest we have to that, I feel like,
Fernet,
is rum and Coke is what we do
and like
in
Coke,
America. Yeah.
Coke and Fernet is a thing. This is called mixing red wine and Coke, known as Calimozo or Calimocho. I don't fucking know. It's as popular in Spain and the Basque country. Equal parts red wine and cola. It's a thing. It does not sound good to me, but
But you're going to give it a shot, aren't you?
I'm going to give it a shot.
Yeah.
Let's hear her Housewives impression.
Did he really do that? Yes, he did. Oh my God. And when did that happen? Do, 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 do.
I love when they go do, 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 do.
Spot on. A lot of Betty Boops on those Housewives shows.
Yeah, they all go, what did you do?
Do, 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 boop, 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 boop.
Did I do that? A little Urkel in there.
What happened? Boop, 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 boop.
Whoopsie.
Do you think they just air Betty Boop cartoons out there and then call them the Housewives shows?
I think because it really didn't sound like the Housewives.
It did,
because they kind of yell each other and get very intense.
Yeah,
they don't go. Did he do that? Do 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 boop boop boop.
Yeah, is the Housewives of Sweden just Betty Boo?
I think so. I agree with you.
Hey, soldier. Boop, boop, beep, boop. Have a cigarette, soldier.
At this point, she says she can be intrigued by a man that is smarter than her. Well, I don't think you're gonna find that here.
She's looking for her doc, is what you're saying.
Yeah, she's looking for her doc, but right now she's with dopies. Yes.
Dopey's gonna have a panic attack because he doesn't like Cocoa Puffs.
Yes. She says he's on a journey that usually a younger man is on. What, like a 5-year-old?
I'm looking for rocks.
She asks, is he one of those yoga weirdos? It's worse. He's one of the rock people. He's a rock. It's worse. Boy. But he has such a sexy voice. So. Doesn't hear it all night. Yes. In the men's quarters, Jakob says he is a clear number one after speed dating. Wait, two people. I think 2 people. He says. What? 2?
Two.
Whatever works. Whatever gets him out of here with somebody. So he talks to Emily first, and he says when he was 15, he got in with the wrong crowd and started using drugs. He says he lost.
He's not going to tell anyone else, by the way.
No, yeah, and he says he
just for Emily.
He says he lost everything, and then he says he hasn't touched drugs since then whatsoever. But he doesn't tell what the story is. And they really
think that the drug is ibuprofen.
It probably is. Based on
many Minnesota comparisons.
Yeah. I love how she's like, there's no judgments. I'm really feeling you. Am I number one? Like almost like a threat. Yeah. Like, so I just accepted that you're a drug addict for life. Am I number one?
Does Jakob know that he needs to stay away from Ola? Does he know that could trigger something?
Probably. Yeah. Yola only said he bans sugar. He didn't say
other substances.
Yeah, he didn't say party drugs. This is some good shit. Jakob and Carolina. She's sad because she just had a date where she didn't feel seen and her birthday wasn't always celebrated. And he says, I can't promise you everything, but you will always shine on your birthday.
Do you think she had the leap year birthday?
Yeah, and he's like, I didn't know.
She's like, they don't celebrate it. They only do it every 4 years.
The guy's like, I just didn't know. I don't know. I've never dated somebody with a leap year birthday before. I didn't know how it worked. I thought we just threw a really big one every 4 years. I thought I was off the hook. I thought it was like the Summer Olympics. He tells her he hopes he gets a chance to talk to her tomorrow so he can talk about his event from his past. She says no pressure. He says, well, we're going to get married in a few weeks, so it's important. She says we're getting married, and he says yes, we are. And then he says you just skyrocketed.
Wow.
Yes.
You were at the bottom of the pile, sister, and now look at you.
even though at this point Emily is still number one, but he didn't say that Carolina was number one. He said she skyrocketed,
probably to number 2 or 3.
But he told her
4
that they're getting married in a few weeks. He didn't say we might get married. He said we are getting married.
Yeah.
Carolina,
you always marry number 2 on the list, right?
Yes, definitely. Yeah. Well, we've seen that. Carolina tells us she wants someone when she wants someone this much, she becomes an animal, and she's not sure if she's
hopefully not a furry one.
Yeah, I know. That's I don't know if we've discussed
not
that.
Good.
Well, I wish she was a furry. That would be interesting.
That's true. We do.
If she was furry or like a zombie, that would be good. You probably wish she was a Pokemon.
Yeah.
Charizard. We all wish she was a holographic Charizard. Alicia and Oscar. Oscar says he's good at expressing himself, but if you meet someone at a bar, he's not good at being vulnerable, and he's not good at talking about emotions because of the way he was raised. When I meet somebody at a bar, I really want to get vulnerable with them and talk about their childhood.
That's beautiful.
Yeah,
in a setting like that, it's romantic.
Yeah. I heard that's a really good pickup line.
Yeah.
To
They do ski shots up in Sweden too, right?
Yeah, you do ski shots with some girls, and you start talking about how fucked up your childhood was, and then you just get real vulnerable with them. You end up sleeping with all of them, probably. I think
pour yourself some red wine and Coke.
Yeah, just get into it. Yeah. Alicia and Tim. He was nervous that she wouldn't want to meet with him again. He said he was shaking. And then he asked her if she sleeps nude, and she says yes. What? Like, I don't think I've ever asked somebody how they sleep before.
I ended up Googling this afterwards because I feel like this has popped up a few times. I said, what percentage of the population sleeps nude? And it said 8%. The AI said 8%.
Thank you, AI. I just don't really care how somebody sleeps, but I feel like it's just never like, who cares how somebody sleeps?
But it is a question that's popped up a few times, which makes me wonder, is it a producer question?
It must be.
Like, here's a funny thing you can ask, and it gets the sex talk going if you ask this question.
What's your favorite position? Do you want to have sex?
Yeah, and then what's your favorite position? Then they go, I like to sleep on my side. How about you?
What were you thinking? What's a fun question? Is that what you were going to say? What's your favorite position?
No, well, I was just making jokes like, what's your favorite position? I sleep on.
Oh, no, because you were about to say, here's a fun question, but then I interrupted you. So I was wondering what you were going to say. But did I guess it?
Yeah.
Oh my God, we're so in sync.
We are.
Oh my God, we should get married. Oh my God.
Bye.
What? Oh my God. Yeah, but like
we were in sync.
Oh, music? Who cares?
We are all over the place right now. We gotta.
Who cares how somebody sleeps? Like if you're married, you probably are having sex with them. You're not having sex in your sleep. Who cares how they sleep? I just want them to be comfortable.
I don't know. We did get the whole Garrett mouth tape thing for something.
I don't care about that, but that's not how they sleep. It's not like I sleep with tape over. I sleep naked, but with tape over my mouth.
I sleep naked, but with tape over my nipples.
Yeah, it's not like he's like, I need to fuck with tape over my mouth, right? That would be very weird.
I bet he does, freak.
Can you? But like for
these, I bet you do, Garrett.
I bet he does, Garrett. Little freak.
I bet you do, you little freak.
Little science freak. Like, you think somebody's gonna be like, oh, I can't marry you. I can't marry somebody who slept in the nude, or like I sleep in the nude and my partner needs to sleep in the nude too. I mean, there are people like that, I guess. It's just, who cares?
Yeah, dude, does nobody care about bobby pins anymore? I don't.
Dude, why do you have to bring that up? I don't want them going in my pee-pee hole. That's
sorry.
Scary.
I don't mean to trigger you.
To new listeners, I have this fear of bobby pins in the bed going up my penis hole, so I can't be naked in bed.
Yeah,
it's scary.
Right.
Every second, a bobby pin goes up a urethra, and a dick has to be amputated.
This is a fear that people with penises have. All right?
Yeah. Okay, where were we? Should we play Name That Pokemon?
Yeah, let's do it.
Nicholas says he can't control how many women are attracted to him, and he can't decide which ones to cut. Oh, there's so many options. Well, you should decide it on who sleeps in the nude or not. You know, that's obviously
it's just his ADHD talking, right? He just can't pick one because of his ADHD.
It's hard, yeah. You should just ask them who has bobby pins or not, and then
that's a quick way to narrow it down.
That's what I would do. Nicholas and Karin, he lets her know it's a difficult morning because it's so hard, you know, figuring out if they're lying about
everybody wants me.
Bobby pins. Everybody wants me. Everybody has bobby pins, you know.
Nobody lives 200 meters away from me.
Yeah, it talks about ADHD and structure and all that stuff. But then afterwards, she's like, "I like him, but we have different personalities." It's like she's discriminating against him, Ben,
because he has ADHD.
She's discriminating against him. She says that she left the date with a bad gut feeling and wanted to ask more questions. Wow. Jakob and Carolina. He says this is the first person I am telling this to in this much detail. So he did cover his ass.
He had in this much detail at the
He's
end.
not a total idiot. He's manipulative.
Himself a little.
There was a qualifier there.
I caught that too.
Yeah.
He doesn't use that though as an excuse. And
he knew he didn't need to.
Yeah.
He was going to whip it out if he needed to. So he was in. So he took a test. I was hoping that at the beginning of the story, he was just going to tell her a completely different story and that drugs weren't going to be involved. I was like, please be no drugs involved in the story.
One time when I was 15, I pet a cat and almost died.
I got addicted to Benadryl.
Yeah. We get the addiction to Benadryl this time.
Please. Yeah. So he ran into the woods and then he got addicted to drugs and then his grandma snapped him out of it.
Wow.
And then she says, this doesn't change my opinion at all. And you've always been my number one. And he says, you are the important one. You are perfect.
Wow.
Okay. Carolina goes to women's quarters and they're like, you don't want to give the others a chance. And she says, well, we basically said we are picking each other. Carolina then says, today we were talking and he told me the story that would normally take months to tell someone. And Emily's like, what? She's like, so what?
Is she?
But Carolina is so happy. Oh, all I can say to that is,
Can I have dolphins on aisle 2, please? All the time.
Jakob. We're having too much fun with this. Like these episodes, like nothing happened.
Yeah. Well, then we have time to play with our toys.
I know. So Jakob and Emily, she says she was talking with the girls, and someone said something that sounds like Jakob. She says Carolina said the same thing he told her, and that Jakob chose each other. Emily says, Jakob, it looks like you're double dealing.
Double dealing.
Double dealing, double dipping.
Is that that's an IKEA term, right? Double dealing.
Yeah, it's when they give a double deal on their on their.
You get a desk and a chair.
Yeah, you get meatballs and the lingonberry sauce and the mashed potatoes and the lingonberry juice.
That's like a quadruple deal.
Yeah, it's really good.
It's great.
He's like, calm down over there, okay? This is my room. I run things. He said, I never said that. You're number one, blah, blah, fucky, blah, blah. And he's like, Jakob says, Carolina and I had a special moment, but you and I have something special too, but it looks like you've already decided. And then she walks away. I like when she walks away. I like how she stands up for herself. Amazing. It's kind of rare. People don't really stand up for themselves on these shows.
Yeah. I liked it when last season we had Madison. She stood up for herself. Meg sort of did until she got back together with Mason. But
did Madison stand up for herself? Because I feel like Alex
she left, didn't she? They just flat out left.
Didn't Alex end things with her?
I thought it was more her leaving. I don't know.
So
long ago.
I don't remember. You could be. Who cares? All I know is that Beryllian stayed with Madison.
It happened once, right?
Yeah, something happened. Yeah, Meg stood up for herself, which we liked. Yes. But we didn't because it would have been better if her and Mason had stayed on the show.
Absolutely.
Yes. Men's quarters. Jakob is like, I'm stuck in a fucking love triangle. What do? I'm so misunderstood. Why are these women doing this to me? I feel bad for this guy.
I feel really bad for him. He's such a good guy, and he just keeps getting put in these situations.
Yeah, it's like there are these furry animals around him, and like he has no EpiPen, you know? Like, what's he gonna do? And I do like how the guy he's talking to is like, you are in the wrong. I've gotten enough information, and you're being an asshole, and they are being reasonable, and you need to get your shit together. So fix it.
You know what I'm trying to fix right now is my lighting.
Your lighting looks great, Ben.
It's so insane.
It's okay. Everybody just listens.
Look at how bright
your light looks great.
I look like a ghost.
Well, luckily you can't hear light.
Thank God. All right, so we're all going to agree. Don't watch this episode on YouTube.
Yes.
Are we all in agreement?
Yes.
Great.
So what do you think about the guys taking the women's side for once and going against Jakob? So he must have been like a real asshole.
I like that. Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying
they must not have liked him in the quarters. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's so rare. They're usually like, we got you no matter what.
Bro, she sucks, dude.
Dude, she sucks. Like, we love you. Like, and they're like, dude, like, you are really an asshole.
Yeah.
Nicholas
that was refreshing. You're right.
Yes. Yeah, Nicholas and Karen learn that they both live in Grondel and 200 meters away from each other.
Could Grondel just be like you were saying? You thought they both lived in Stockholm. Could Grondel be like a neighborhood in Stockholm?
Let's see. Grondel is, yes, it is a district of the Hagerston, that crazy dash Ligelholmen borough in Söderort, the southern suburban part of Stockholm, Sweden. So yes, Grondel is the southern suburban part of Stockholm.
Why does every name of every street or town sound like they've been drinking too much Coke and wine?
Exactly. Why is everything sound like... It sounds like a drunken Coke and wine part of IKEA furniture. It's like everything's named after IKEA furniture. It's weird. It's very weird.
So bizarre.
Bizarre kind of place. Yeah, so they have a date and they both live in Grondel. Nicholas says that it's proof of God or something.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think this is a theory we should all go off of.
Both live in a hip neighborhood of a major city. That's kind of wild.
She says she was impacted by he says this is fantastic, this is obvious, and then she's like, I think this is a little fast, okay? If we're doing the metaphor here, we haven't even made it to the food court yet, okay? Of the, we are only on the top
we're still
floor.
Upstairs.
Yeah, we're still upstairs. We're not even downstairs yet. Let's slow the roll a little bit.
Maybe one day we'll reach the cinnamon buns. Okay, maybe one day.
Yes. Carolina and Jakob date. He says things got really crazy yesterday. He says, I told the boys either I disappear and you guys never see me again, or, well, I'll tell you. So he already starts the manipulation train really easy, being like, I almost left, so I could leave at any point. So you want to keep me around? I'm dangling myself in front of you.
Yeah.
I could pull myself away at any moment. And he says, as I told you, I've had a number one the whole time. And he's like, well, and she's like, you never told me that. And he's like, well, I got into a fight with Emily. And Carolina's like, Emily? You've been talking with Emily? What is that? What? Yeah, really masterful what he's doing, but not. He says, what I wanted to tell Emily was that I found my wife. I have strong feelings for you. And Carolina's thrilled. This guy is just lying. So doesn't he know that like they're gonna watch this eventually?
She won't care.
That's the truth. They never care.
She's all in.
Well, she's desperate. She
was just waiting for any excuse to get back on board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Like she is really desperate.
Yeah. So Carolina goes back to the lounge and she's thrilled, and Emily debates whether to talk to her or not. And Emily is like, well, he opened up about the same thing the same day that he told you. And Carolina is like, he said you're the only one I've said this to specifically. And she says, that's why he thought I chose to be with me. And Carolina's like, you know what? I'll just leave.
He's gonna look like a fucking idiot.
Well, I think you're both going to look pretty bad.
Pretty bad.
Everyone's going to look bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yikes.
But they'll be married, Ben.
Oh.
At this point, do we think they're just going to be married?
I think she's going to go for it.
Yeah.
Him, I don't know. He's very wishy-washy.
He is.
We don't even look. I mean, look, at the end of this episode, the big cliffhanger was what they think of each other. So are they doing a cliffhanger for a reason?
Who knows?
Is one of them not going to like the appearance of the other? Maybe.
She was the one that was like more worried about it.
I know. I think it could be her.
I hope so.
It would be funny.
Yeah, if she's just like not into him.
Yeah.
She's like, wanted somebody taller. Well, talking about wishy-washy, Amelie doesn't even go on the next date with Jakob. That was rude. She could have, she could have had a discussion with him.
She could have won him over. She could have skyrocketed.
Yeah, she could have skyrocketed. Nicholas and Karen talk. He gives her a bunch of gifts.
Where do you think he got those golf clubs, huh?
Yeah, fucking.
What fucking mini putt did he steal from the week before?
Yeah, they putt. Not a lot happens. Men's quarters. Victor is into Natalie because you'll never believe this. Family is also important to her.
Get that fuck out.
What the fuck? I don't, dude. Do you really believe that? Two people?
I don't know. Maybe it's a culture thing. Maybe it's like Swedish or something.
That's crazier than two people being from Grondel, Yeah. Two people into family.
I'm used to seeing single beds at IKEA. I'm not used to seeing kids' beds. I'm not used to seeing queen size.
Yeah, we don't even have family here.
They don't have family. They just have single beds for single people.
But then when he tries to get her to talk, she's so tired, she cries. And he's just like, that was weird. What do you think she was tired from? Like, what are they doing?
Probably because they don't feed them.
They don't feed them. They don't be doing too much exercising over there, running around in the quarters.
Probably.
Yeah. Maybe they've been doing wheel throwing over there.
That could be, yeah.
Too much wheel throwing.
They requested a wheel to throw.
Yeah. Monster truck wheels, upping the weight each day.
It's like CrossFit.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. So wheel throwing is a thing. Jakob and Carolina going into the date. Jakob thinks Carolina, he's like, she's living in paradise because she is with me now. And we can see that I think he's fallen in love with himself too.
Now I feel like a prince, like a king, like the world is mine.
Somebody get this guy some rocks.
I know. And let him know what's real. What a great perspective to have. Not be like, I'm in love. I feel, so connected to her. She's so wonderful. Instead,
now I feel like a prince, like a king, like the world is mine.
She is my concubine. I rule everything.
I'm king of the universe. I'm king of IKEA.
She is my subject.
I'm king of Grendel, and all those other towns are mine.
Not good. So she tries to call him out, but then he wins her over with this poem. Do you want to hear the poem?
Oh, yes.
Our love has grown from a seed to a flower. I swear, without you, I lose my power. You're the brightest star who guides my way. You're the feeling I want each and every day. I'll always remember when your birthday comes, and we'll celebrate your day together as one. You're far away across the wall, but I promise to give you my all.
Wow.
This is me. That is you. I give my entire heart to you. Come into my heart. Let's move forward with this. Come into my heart. This here is your palace.
Dude, he rhymed wall with all.
That was so good.
Such a good, sick rhyme.
Eminem level rhymery going on right there.
She said it was beautiful. She said it was one of the most beautiful things she ever heard.
Yeah, she said it's the most beautiful thing anyone has ever said to her. That's really sad.
That's so really sad. That's really sad.
Do we think it was as bad?
Has she ever read a Dr. Seuss book? Maybe? Because that's better.
Do we think it was as bad in Swedish as English? Or I think it was. I think it's really that terrible. Yeah. That's so bad. Because I think the translation might have made it slightly better. That was so bad. That's one of the worst poems we've ever heard.
Ever.
Not just on Love is Blind. Just like really bad.
Really, really bad.
For an adult to write that?
Yeah.
That was atrocious.
He might as well have just drawn a picture in crayon of a heart.
Yeah.
Him and her
under the wall.
In it. Yeah.
Yeah. That was so bad.
It was really bad. It was really bad.
That I think Zach singing Ludo might have been better than that.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. That's a tough one. They're close.
Yeah, at least she liked it.
That's true. Yeah, Irina did not like
Irina did not like Zach singing Ludo, which I think he did like multiple takes for or something. So that's
thank God for Irina. The only person in Love is Blind who was ever willing to bully Zach like he needed to be.
I know.
And then she had to apologize for that shit. Fuck off.
No, come on. Jakob, he says, what if I tore down this wall?
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
Keeps coming up.
Sweden's not too far.
It's not too far. Nicholas and Karen, he proposes. She says, where have you been all my life? And he's like,
I'm right here.
I'm right next door, following you around. I'm the latest stalker on Love is Blind. We have one a season now.
I live like a couple blocks from you.
Yeah. Natalie and Victor, she apologizes for being so tired. She'll say less. She says she'll do less wheel throwing. They connect because they have this really boring conversation about eating and drinking. And they say it's exciting that his sister has the same stone fruit allergy as Natalie. Can you believe it?
It's so exciting.
Oh my God, they both can't eat peaches. Oh my God, that's so exciting.
Did somebody say love?
Love. Oh my God, his sister and stone fruit. What'd you think about the Nicholas and Karen reveal?
No, they seem to like each other.
Yeah, it was good.
This one might actually, who knows? This might actually work out.
I hope it turns out that they have met before because they kept saying it. They kept saying, "Have we met before?" And normally that's a bad thing, but they kept being like hopeful that they had met before.
Maybe like the same acting class in town or something.
Yeah. They steal from the same driving ranges. Yeah. I will say at the end of this, she said, in a few weeks, I might get married.
Oh.
She didn't say I will get married. Why isn't she committing?
I know, she needs to.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Go all in.
Yeah.
Go big or go home.
Yes. Alicia and Tim, she says the pods are the hardest part. He thinks the real test begins when they move in. And he says he's not viewing the proposal as something real. He's viewing it as testing things out.
Oh, Tim.
Oh, Tim. That is
typical Tim.
Typical Tim. That's really good, Tim.
He knows that's going to be the slam dunk line that gets him to the finish line.
So bad. Yeah, he says he's like, I'm just bad at expressing myself, though. I'm like, no, you pretty clearly expressed yourself.
Yeah,
you can't take that back. Alicia and Oscar, he says, if someone asks me, I'll tell them you're my number one. I'm calm. They say they want to live together. Duh. And then she says if she had to choose today, she'd choose Oscar. I wonder why. The guy who's going to commit or the guy who's like, I'm going to propose, but take backsies are allowed, okay?
But would Oscar choose her? That's the question.
Well, that's what comes up because Ola is having he's lying on the floor having a nervous breakdown, and he says
he's going cuckoo over those Cocoa Puffs.
Yes. He's in pain, Ben.
Over those Cocoa Puffs.
Over the Cocoa Puffs. He was triggered by her talking about eating habits. And he says he says it's hard to connect with people. But when he goes and sees Millie, he said he had a major release.
Whoa. Keep that to yourself.
Keep that to yourself, buddy, okay?
Just go change your pants and move on with life.
She says, I think we're two very different people. And he said, but we're dating. And she's like, are we dating? Because I don't want that to be the case. And she goes to the women's lounge and she's like, this guy only talks about himself.
Of course the downward trend is his fault.
Blah, blah.
Blah, 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 blah.
Wow. Well, he's in love with himself, okay? So what's the problem here? All right?
Honestly, that's what all Swedish sounds like to me. Blah, 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 blah.
Do. Housewife. Blah, blah, blah. Pain.
Cuckoo Cocoa Puff.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
You sound ridiculous, folks.
Yeah, you guys, sound less. Change your language. I don't mean change your language to English. I mean restructure the Swedish language.
I would just stop being multilingual. Just stick to English.
Sound less boopian, please.
Yeah.
Millie and Oscar hang out, and he's very happy that he's gotten another chance. They talk about love languages. You'll never believe what they talk about, Ben.
Physical touch.
And what do you wear when you sleep?
Yeah. Diapers.
Hee hee. Hee hee.
Can we get Ola's sound in there too? Now all four. And that's what a Swedish orgy sounds like.
Do you like furry animals?
Got to throw the furries in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oscar goes to the lounge and says Millie is at the top of his list right in front of Ola. I thought Ola was going to grab some rocks and have to lie on the floor.
Yeah. Thought he was going to spiral.
Jakob says he's about to burst and throw up from anxiety. And then Carolina confronts him because these two are so fucking dramatic before this fucking proposal.
Oh, I know. I literally wrote the same thing. I said, so fucking dramatic.
Drama queens. Jesus. What do I do? I'm right
Here's
here.
the
Baby.
perfect.
I thought you were,
I love.
aren't you excited to get engaged? Like, what's the problem here? When he proposes and she says yes, he falls on the floor, and then she like also falls down. Like they are perfect for each other. They're both insufferable. Yeah. She says he's the best man she's ever been with. Yikes. Major yikes.
You don't know him.
I know, that's what's really sad. I believe her. It's bad.
Maybe that's why it's the best that she's ever been with, because she barely knows him.
Yeah, it's really bad.
It's sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She tells us she's always wanted to be in love and live in a personal rom-com. What about this has been a rom-com?
I know. Oh, all the great rom-coms, they start out with love triangles and people lying to you.
Yeah. Falling on the floor and being sad and all this stuff.
Not wanting to go within 100 yards of an animal, a furry animal.
And then, like stories of drug addiction and like almost getting killed in a taxi and stuff like that. Like really funny stuff. It's all funny.
It's a hilarious rom-com.
Yeah. And then like when you get to this reveal, then like you're nervous that he won't be attracted to you and like you won't be nervous to him. Like it's funny for you.
Maybe the taxi that he was in was like driven by like Queen Latifah or something. And she was the one who tried to stab him.
Oh my God.
That's why it was like a funny rom-com.
That would be a riot. Dude. Then we get a cliffhanger. And that's Love is Blind Sweden season 2.
I hope she's picky. I think it'll be funny.
I know. That would be the best case scenario. And then Ola comes in. We want Ola to survive.
I hope he figures it out. I hope he finds a girl who loves rocks.
I know.
Milton did.
I know. That's true.
Milton found his rock queen.
Yeah, so there has to be somebody else.
You're such a nerd, Milton.
Yeah, come on. Stalkers, rocks, those things work.
Go kick rocks with open-toed fucking shoes.
Yeah.
It's a rock.
Wow, we have a lot of rock sound bites.
I know. We have rocks. We have Ray Rock.
Do we
so
have
many.
Dwayne The Rock?
We don't have Dwayne The Rock on here.
That's too bad.
Yeah.
We're gonna need that when that new Scorsese movie comes out.
Yeah, and when he does a Netflix reality show.
Yes.
Well, this has been fun. We will be back next week exclusively at patreon.com/realityalert, recapping episodes 3 and 4 of Love is Blind.
That's right. We're closing the curtains, you peeping toms.
The curtains. So be sure to check us out there. Thank you to the patrons for your continued support.
Yeah, got to pay to play from here on out.
Yeah, pay to play, baby. That's how it works in life. Okay. Bye.
Bye-bye.
It's the place you go when you finish your show. We're your two best friends. Our names are Max and Ben. We're self-proclaimed television experts. It's Reality Alert.